Brace yourself. An entitled HOA, Karen dials 911 to evict me from my cabin, claiming I'm a threat. I'm Ryan, a Marine vet, and my dispatcher wife turned the tables. Lies ignite, justice explodes until, bang, her scam collapses. Before we dive in, hit that like button to support this wild ride. Thanks for being awesome. A pounding on my barn door jolted me from my weld. Open up, inspection. That voice, shrill as a coyote, was Brenda Whitfield, Meadowbrook HOA's queen bee, out to run my family off our 5-acre ranch in Ranch, Texas. She'd later call 911, claiming I was a menace, to evict us from our historic cabin. But she had no clue the dispatcher answering was my wife, Madison. I'm Ryan Morrison, welder, Marine vet, and this is how Brenda's war on my family kicked off with a lie that had cost her everything. It was June 12th, a sticky evening at the Meadowbrook HOA meeting, community center packed with 47 neighbors. I'd been digging, found invoices from SecureGate LLC, Brenda's brother's outfit, charging $2.5 million for a gate. Same one cost $800,000 in Abilene. I stood, papers in hand. This ain't about safety, I said, voice steady. It's a $1.7 million scam to fatten someone's wallet. Brenda's face turned purple. Her clipboard clutched like a shield. Whispers buzzed. 3 folks who'd crossed her before gave me warning looks, trouble's coming. As the meeting broke, Brenda leaned in. You'll regret this, Morrison, she hissed, knuckles white. Her Navy power suit screamed control, but her eyes burned with something uglier. I kept my cool. Marine training, assess threats, stay calm, but I knew she'd strike back. Fast forward to June 26th, Saturday, 2:30 p.m., Texas sun roasting my barn. I was welding a gate for our cabin, cedar-walled, built in 1902 family land before Meadowbrook's mansions took over. My daughter Lily, 10, sat nearby, sketching with crayons, her ponytail bouncing. Brenda's boots crunched gravel. She stormed my driveway, 2 HOA board members trailing like henchmen. That power suit gleamed despite the 90-degree heat, clipboard waving like a gavel. Inspection, she barked. Your cabin's a violation. Eyesore, non-compliant. I set my torch down, lifted my welding mask. Article 7.3, HOA bylaws. 24 hours written notice, Brenda. I twitched. She hated folks knowing their rights. I'm the HOA, she screeched. I don't need permission to protect this community. Lily's crayons paused. Daddy, why is she yelling? Her voice shook. I stepped between them, protective. Brenda, you're scaring my kid. Leave my property. Travis Cooper, my neighbor, a Google engineer type, was filming from his yard, gave a sly thumbs up. Brenda's gaze snapped to him. Recording me? That's harassment. I'll have you both arrested. She yanked out her phone, dramatic as a soap star. I'm calling 911. You're threatening me, Morrison. I kept steady. I haven't threatened, call if you want. Marine instincts cataloged exits, her goons' stances. Brenda smirked, brushing my truck's wheel well, a move I missed then, but shouldn't have. She dialed. 911, police to 231 Morrison Lane, violent neighbor, with a weapon. My torch, off and cooling, was her weapon. Lily pressed against me. I whispered, It's okay, princess, she's just loud. Brenda's smirk grew. Cops are coming. Let's see your tough act now. She hissed at Lily. Cute kid. Shame if her school had trouble Monday. My fist clenched, every nerve screamed, protect my daughter. Brenda's grin fed on it. She wanted me to snap. Travis's camera rolled. I caught his nod, evidence locked in. What Brenda didn't know, Madison was on shift at the Ranch Emergency Center. 8 years married. She'd never mixed work and home. Professional to her core. But today, Brenda's call was about to land on her desk. At 2:45 p.m., Madison's console lit up. Brenda's voice whined. 231 Morrison Lane. He's waving a torch. I'm in danger. Madison's blood froze. Her supervisor, Lisa, mouthed. You okay? She nodded, voice calm. Ma'am, described the threat. Brenda ranted. He's a vet. PTSD. I'm in us. Madison's jaw tightened. Using my service, our Lily, as ammo, low even for Brenda. She flagged the call. Frequent caller. 17 priors, unfounded caution. I called Madison. Maggie, she threatened Lily. Travis got it. Her voice was steel. Stay calm. Rodriguez is coming. I'm recording. Brenda's history was no shock. Scottsdale, Vegas, harassment, dropped charges of predator. Back at the ranch. Brenda paced, phone in hand. Police'll handle you. Her goons shifted, uneasy, even they saw her unraveling. Travis called out. Your violations don't add up, Brenda. Cabin's clean. She spun on him. You next, nerd. Rodriguez rolled up, badge clipped, eyes sharp. He watched Travis's video. Mrs. Whitfield, you're the aggressor. Morrison asked you to leave. Brenda shrieked. That's fake, deep fake. Rodriguez sighed. Timestamp matches my call. You've got 17 false reports in 2 years. Next one's a crime. She spat. I know the mayor. Your badge is mine. He warned. Last chance, back off. Brenda stormed off. This isn't over, Morrison. I hugged Lily. Safe now, princess. But unease lingered. Brenda's will well touch nag me. Travis checked my truck later. Air tag, she's tracking you. His scanner beeped, felony stalking evidence. I texted Madison. Tracker found, she's not stopping. She replied, got her priors documenting, be ready. Brenda's email popped up to 20 residents. Dangerous vet. Cabin threat. My face doctored. Unstable, endangering kids. I sat in the barn, welding gear off, Lily's sketches beside me. Our cabin, roses glowing, labeled home. Brenda's posters were a declaration, war on. I called Sam Granger, our lawyer. She's smearing me, threatened Lily. He growled. That's a felony, gather evidence, we'll sue. Travis texted. Her email's on HOA's open Wi-Fi. I'm and she's sloppy. I nodded. Brenda's empire was built on lies, and I was about to start pulling it down. The Texas sun baked my ranch raw, but Brenda Whitfield's spite scorched hotter. Her fake 911 call, painting me as a threat, had flopped. Now she was getting harder to drive my family off our 5-acre spread in Ranch, Texas. That air tag on my truck screamed stalker. Her posters branded me a dangerous vet to evict us from our cedar cabin, built in 1902. Brenda had no idea my wife, Madison, the 911 dispatcher, had her lies on tape, or that I was stacking evidence to topple her. This is how Brenda's war turned personal, and I started hitting back. The morning after Brenda's driveway showdown, I woke at first light, roosters crowing. My barn office was my bunker. Lily's still asleep inside. Her tear-streaked face from yesterday burned in my mind. Those posters, my face, doctored with prison tattoos. Unstable vet. Cabin crime. Were plastered on every pole in Meadowbrook. A QR code linked to a website. Ryan Morrison, endangering kids. Hosted on the HOA's open Wi-Fi. Travis Cooper, my tech-savvy neighbor, texted, Brenda's sloppy. Her IP's all over it. I gripped my coffee, fury rising. She threatened Lily. That's my red line. Madison was pulling a long shift at the Ranch Emergency Center. Her text came through. Found Brenda's priors. Scottsdale, Vegas. Harassment. Dropped charges. Keep documenting. I checked my trail cams. Footage showed Brenda's goons by my gate. Late afternoon yesterday, one photographing my cabin's roses. I emailed Sam Granger, our lawyer. She's stalking posters, tracker, threats to Lily. He fired back. That's felony territory. Get more evidence, defamation's a slam dunk. I nodded. Brenda's empire was flimsy. I'd start shaking it. I stepped outside. The cabin's cedar walls glowed. Roses my grandpa planted standing defiant. Lily's sketchbook lay open on the porch. Our cabin, labeled safe place. My phone buzzed. Sarah Jenkins, a neighbor who bought my eggs. Ryan, Lily's scared to go to school. Chloe Whitfield spreading lies. Chloe, Brenda's grandniece, 10, with her aunt's mean streak. I call Madison. Maggie, Lily's getting bullied. Brenda's pulling strings. Her voice was taut. Chloe's mom's tight with Brenda. I'll dig into it. Keep Lily home for now. I found Lily in her room, clutching her stuffed horse. Daddy, Chloe says you're bad. Is it true? My chest cracked. No, but he insists. I protect people, especially you. I hug her tight. Want to fix the chicken coop today? Her eyes sparked. Chickens. I texted Travis. Need your tech magic. Brenda's site's live. He replied. In her Wi-Fi said joke got emails. Travis was a lifeline. His Google skills were my edge. By midday, Brenda hit again. My mailbox was defaced. Leave, in red spray paint. Cam's caught Marcus Reed, HOA treasurer. Hoodie up, his truck's plates clear as day. I sent the clip to Sam. Vandalism. Marcus. He texted. Patterns forming, keep those cams hot. Sarah swung by. Ryan, Brenda's at the feed store. Calling your cabin a public hazard. Some folks are buying it. I frowned. Ooh, she sighed. Rick Davenport, HOA loyalist. But John Ruiz is skeptical. I tapped into Brenda's emails, thanks to Travis's access. One to Marcus. Flood Morrison Lane with posters. Max Pressure. Another to Cheryl Hawthorne, a local blogger. Feature the cabin, safety crisis. Cheryl's Meadowbrook matters dropped. Rancher's cabin tanks values. My welding shop labeled a fire risk. Comment stung. Kick him out. He takes some. Blogs live defamation? He replied. Strong case. Collect neighbor reactions. I called Clara Hayes, Ranch Chronicle reporter. Clara, Brenda's smearing me. I got proof. She agreed. Diner. 3 p.m. Brenda's next jab landed a violation notice. $250 for non-compliant structures. My barn, fully permitted. I filed it away. She's grasping. Travis texted. Her site's pushing a petition. Remove Morrison. 20 signatures. I growled. Names. He listed. Rick Marcus. Brenda's inner circle. I walked Morrison Lane, my half-mile dirt road, to the cabin. Her community access sign hung on my gate. I ripped it down, planted, private property, Morrison Trust. Cam's caught Sharon Miller, HOA secretary, snooping by my coop. Gotcha. I saved the footage. At the diner, Clara's notepad was out. Ryan, lay it out. I handed over the notice, poster pics, AirTag shots. Brenda's stalking threatened Lily. Secure Gates, a $1.7 million scam. Her eyes widened. This'll rock 'em. Can I publish? I nodded. Stick to facts, it's bulletproof. She scribbled. Brenda's got connections. Her brother's big, but this is explosive. I left resolved like steel. Brenda's lies were spreading, but truth was my blade. Soon after, Lily stayed home. I'm scared, Daddy. Chloe's taunts had gone viral. Kids posting killer's kid on social media. I called Principal Martinez. Lily's being bullied. Chloe Whitfield's the ringleader. He sighed. Brenda's family. I'll address it. I doubted his spine. Brenda's shadow loomed. Madison texted. Chloe's mom got $2,000 from Secure Gate, likely a bribe. I replied. That's why she's targeting Lily Proof? She wrote. Bank records. I'm on it. Brenda's attacks kept coming. My fence was egged. Cam's caught Sharon. Her SUV's plates unmistakable. I sent it to Sam. More vandalism. He texted. We're building a case. Keep it coming. Another notice hit. $300 for unapproved vegetation. My grandpa's roses. I laughed. She's losing it. Sarah texted. Brenda's hyping a safety rally. Your cabin's the bullseye? I asked. Where? She replied. Morrison Lane. She's pushing community safety hard. I accessed Brenda's emails to Marcus. Rally on Morrison's Road. We need bodies, signs. My blood boiled my lane. I called Travis. She's planning a rally on my property. He chuckled. Let her flop. What's the play? I laid it out. New signs, towing warnings, maybe a lock on the gate. He grinned. Your grandpa'd love this legal chaos. We planned. Timing's critical. Sheriff's number handy, Travis added. I'm recording. The stakes climbed higher. Lily's backpack had an AirTag. She's tracking my kid. I told Travis. His scanner confirmed. Federal felony. Targeting a minor. Madison called. Found a victim. Jennifer Prescott in Scottsdale. Brenda nearly drove her to suicide. I snarled. She's a predator. Madison's tone was dark. She escalates when she's losing. We're close. I check Cheryl's blog. Gabon menace. My roses, a community nuisance. It takes some. Blogs nastier, rallies looming. He replied, sent a cease and desist. No response. I met John Ruiz at his feed store. Ryan, I donated $1,000 for safety. It's gone. I showed Clara's draft article. Asked Brenda. He nodded. I'm done. She's crooked. Sarah texted. Sharon's rattled. Marcus wants off the board. I replied. They're cracking rallies her do or die. Brenda's flyer circulated. Save Meadowbrook. My cabin photoshopped to look derelict. Eleanor Whipple, a neighbor since the 60s, called. Ryan, HOA meeting soon. They're trashing you. I geared up, cams rolling, towing company on standby. Travis dug into Brenda's emails, one to her brother. Morrison's pushing back. Rallies make or break. 15% commission locked. It takes some. Secure gates, the motive, $375,000. He replied, that's fraud. We'll crush him. Later, my coupe was trashed, paint cans dumped. Get out. Cam's caught Marcus again. I sent it. He's toast. Some texted. Sheriff's prepped. Rally's your moment. Madison went deeper. Brenda's Vegas restraining orders. 3 homeowners broken. She texted. She always overreaches. We're nearly there. I walked Morrison Lane, gate locked, cabin standing tall. Brenda thought she'd box me in, but my trap was ready, and her rally was about to step right into it. The Texas dust swirled across my ranch, but Brenda Whitfield's lies were the real storm. The morning after the vandalism, I stood in my barn office, coffee bitter, trail cams humming. Lily was inside, sketching. Her fear of school bullies, stirred by Brenda's grandniece, Chloe, gnawed at me. Those posters, my face twisted with fake tattoos. Cabin crime, littered Meadowbrook. Travis Cooper texted. Brenda's sites, pushing a petition. 25 signatures now. I check my phone. Her email to Marcus read. Rally on Morrison Lane. We need a crowd. My jaw tightened. She was planning a showdown on my road. Madison texted. Her priors are damning. Jennifer Prescott's story checks out. Brenda's desperate. I replied. She's cornered. I'm setting the stage. I walk Morrison Lane, my dirt path to the cabin, roses glowing defiantly. My cams caught Sharon Miller, HOA secretary, near my coupe again, snapping pics. I sent the clip to Sam Granger, my lawyer. Sharon's back spying. He texted, pattern's airtight. Rally's your chance. I called Lone Star Tactical. Signs ready. They confirmed. Private property, trespassing fined, and towing enforced ready to stake. Travis swung by. Her emails, she's panicking. Told her brother the rally's key for the secure gate deal. I nodded. That $375,000 commissions her endgame. Sarah Jenkins called. Ryan, Brenda's at the diner, hyping the rally. Says your cabin's a public safety crisis. I asked, who's listening? She sighed. Rick Davenport's all in, but John Ruiz and Emily Chun are doubting her. Good cracks are showing. Sarah whispered. Chloe's mom got another $500. She's pushing Lily's bullying. I texted Madison. Bribe confirmed. Chloe's mom, evidence. She replied, bank transfers. Secure gate. I'm building it. I found Lily on the porch, her sketchbook open, a drawing of our cabin with a moat. To keep bad people out, she said. My heart ached. You're safe. Princess, want to feed the chickens. She smiled. Yeah. I texted Travis. Need more on Brenda's site, petitions growing. He replied, got her server logs. 30 signatures, mostly her cronies. I checked Brenda's emails to Cheryl Hawthorne. Blog the rally. Morrison's a threat. Cheryl's Meadowbrook matters updated. Cabin chaos endangers kids. My coupe a hazard. Comments burned. Evict Morrison. It takes some. Blogs worse, rallies coming. He replied, defamation solid, get neighbor statements. I met Clara Hayes at the diner. Her notepad ready. Ryan, what's new? I slid over Sharon's cam clip. The latest notice, $350 for non-compliant fencing. My cedar posts legal. Brenda's stalking, bullying Lily. Secure gates fraud. Clara's eyes lit. This'll break him. I'll run it soon. I nodded. Facts only, it's ironclad. She scribbled. Brenda's brothers got council ties. This'll sting. I left my trap tightening. Brenda's rally was her noose. Brenda struck again. My gate was spray-painted. Danger. Cam's caught Marcus, his truck unmistakable. I sent it to Sam. More vandalism. He texted. Sheriff's on alert. Rally's your shot. Sarah texted. Brenda's team's at your ranch, photographer. I rushed home, caught them by the roses. Trespassing. Brenda smirked from her SUV. Safety inspection legal. I called Officer Rodriguez. Brenda's on my land. No notice. He replied. Député en route. Stay calme. Rodriguez arrived, reviewed my cams. Mrs. Whitfield, you're trespassing, leave. Brenda shrieked. This is public. I stepped up. Morrison Lane's private, my trust owns it. She scoffed. We'll see. Rodriguez warned. Next time's an arrest. Her goons dragged her off. I texted Madison. She's unraveling. Rallies soon. She replied. Her 911 calls logged. I flagged it. Frequent caller. Unreliable. I checked Travis's latest. Brenda's email to Marcus. Rallies critical. 50 people, signs. I growled. My road. Travis called. She's slipping. Her Wi-Fi's open. Got a thread with her brother. It read, Morrison's fighting. Rally must crush him. Commission's locked. I texted Sam. Secure gates, motive, $375,000. He replied, fraud's clear. We're close. I walked the lane, staked more signs. Morrison trust. No access. Cam's caught Sharon again, photographing my barn. Keep digging, I saved it. Eleanor Whipple called. Ryan, HOA meeting's coming. Brenda's smearing you. I asked. Vibe. She said. Folks are split. John's questioning. Rick's loyal. I prepped. Cam's live, towing on call. Madison texted. Found another victim. Vegas. Brenda ruined a family. Same playbook. I replied. She's predictable. Rallies her mistake. Brenda's flyer spread. Save Meadowbrook. My cabin. Photoshopped into a shack. Sarah texted. Rallies on your lane. Brenda's promising action. I met John Ruiz at his feed store. Ryan, my $1,000 for safety vanished. I showed Claire's draft. Demand answers. He nodded. I'm out, she's a crook. Travis texted. Sharon's leaking texts. She's scared. I replied. Board's cracking. Rally's their last push. I called Clara. Brenda's planning a rally. My lane. Story ready? She said. Draft done. Waiting for your signal. I. Hold. Rally's the trigger. Brenda's harassment surged. My coop was hit. Egg smashed. Leave. Cam's caught Marcus. I sent it. He's done. Sam texted. Patterns gold. Sheriff's briefed. Another notice landed. $400 for unapproved signage. My private property stakes. I laughed. She's flailing. Madison called. Brenda's 911 history. 20 calls. All bunk. She's reckless. She know you're onto her? She replied. Not yet. I'm recording. I accessed Brenda's emails to her brother. Morrison's trouble. Rallies make or break. My pulse raced. She was betting it all. I called Travis. Rallies on my lane, we ready? He chuckled. Cam's upgraded. Infrared, she's toast. We planned. Signs up. Towing ready. Sheriff looped. Travis added. Her site's petitions at 35, but comments are turning. Folks smell a scam. The community stirred. Emily Chun, a teacher, texted, Ryan, my $500 donation gone? I sent Clara's draft. Asked Brenda. She replied, I'm with you, she's lying. Sarah texted, Marcus wants out. Sharon's dodging. Rallies their breaking point. Brenda's blog post hit. Cabin threat grows. My roses a fire risk. Takes some. Blogs vicious. Rallies close. He replied, cease and desist ignored. We're ready. I met Rodriguez at the station. Showed Marcus's clips, notices. She's escalating, stalking, vandalism. He nodded. Civil for now, but felony stalking's close. Rallies watched. I left my trap set. Lone Star tactical signs were up. No trespassing. Morrison trust. Travis found Brenda's email to Cheryl. Live streamed the rally. Morrison's finished. I let her stream. It'll burn her. Madison dug deeper. Brenda's Scottsdale victim, Jennifer Prescott. Harassment drove her to the edge. She texted, Brenda always overplays, we're there. I walked the lane, gate secure, cabin proud. Brenda thought she'd caged me, but my trap was loaded, and her rally was about to spring it. The Texas horizon blazed orange over my ranch, but Brenda Whitfield's schemes were the real firestorm. Her fake 911 call, labeling me a menace, had fizzled. The morning of the rally, I stood by my gate, coffee cold, trail cams whirring. Lily was inside, sketching. Her fear of Chloe's bullying, fueled by Brenda, kept her home. My signs line Morrison Lane, private property, Morrison Trust, and trespassing fined. Lone Star Tactical had staked them at dawn. Towing notices gleamed. Un autoriza vehículos, $200. Travis Cooper texted. Brenda's site's petition hit 40 signatures, but comments are flipping. Folks smell her lies. I checked Brenda's emails to Marcus Reed. Rally at noon. 60 people. Crush Morrison. My jaw clenched. My rules. Madison was at the Ranch Emergency Center. Her text came through. Brenda's 911 history. 22 calls, all baseless. She's reckless. I replied, rallies today. She's walking into it. She wrote, I'm recording. Sheriff's looped. I called Sam Granger, my lawyer. Rallies on my lane. Trespassing imminent. He replied, perfect legal leverage. Cams live. I nodded. Infrared. She's done. Sarah Jenkins called. Ryan, Brenda's at the feed store. Hyping the rally. Says your cabin's a crime hub. I asked, who's buying? She sighed. Rick Davenport. But John Ruiz and Emily Chun are calling her out. I walked the lane. Cabin cedar walls stood proud, roses defiant. My phone buzzed. Clara Hayes, Ranch Chronicle reporter. Ryan, stories ready, rallies the spark. I said, hold, let her crash first. Brenda's flyer was everywhere. Save Meadowbrook. My cabin photoshopped into a slum. Comments online shifted. Where's my $1,000 donation? Brenda's shady. Hashtag Meadowbrook scam trended. I grinned. Her grip was slipping. By midday, Brenda's crew arrived. 30 people milled by my gate. Signs waving. Protect our kids. Cabin out. Brenda, in her Navy power suit, clipboard in hand, barked orders. Marcus and Sharon flanked her, uneasy. I parked nearby. Welding gear off, hands visible. Travis filmed from his yard, infrared cams rolling. Brenda's voice boomed. Morrison's cabin threatens our values. We demand action. I muttered, keep talking. Deputies rolled up. Officer Rodriguez nodded. Your land. I showed the deed. Morrison Lane, trust owned since '62. He had Brenda's crowd. They're trespassing, warn him. Rodriguez called out. Disperse, private property. Brenda shrieked. This is public. Moisonnes à danger. I stepped forward. Wrong, my trust owns this road, leave. Marcus paled. Sharon whispered. We're in trouble. Signs drooped. 15 people bailed. Hashtag Meadowbrook scam spiked. Brenda's lying. Travis's live feed caught it. Wazali boot. Comments flooded. Morrison owns the lane. He takes Tidsong. They're trespassing caught. He replied. Gold legal slam dunk. Brenda's emails panicked to her brother. Morrison's gates locked. Rallies failing. Another to Cheryl Hawthorne. Spin this now. Cheryl's blog posted. Rancher blocks safety. My signs a tyranny. I laugh my deed, my dirt. Rodriguez approached Brenda. Ma'am, video shows you trespassed. Leave or face charges. She screamed. This is harassment. I know the mayor. He sighed. You've got 17 false 911 calls. Next one's jail. Her goons urged her back. The crowd shrank to 10. Yon Ruiz shouted. Brenda, where's my $1,000? Emily Chin joined. My $500 show the books. Brenda stammered. We're auditing. The air shifted. Her loyalists wavered. I call Madison. Rallies collapsing. They trespassed. Her voice was steady. Got her latest 911 attempt flagged. she's unraveling. Brenda had called again. Morrison's threatening the rally. Madison recorded. Mom, detice. Brenda ranted. He's blocking our rights. Madison led her. You're on his property? Brenda slipped. It's ours. I was there. Admitting trespass. Madison texted. She's done. Evidence locked. Travis found Brenda's email to Marcus. Emergency meeting tonight. Morrison's winning. He texted some. HOA meeting's next. She's desperate. He replied, go expose her. The meeting was at the community center, my trust land. I prepped khakis, deed copies, calm vibe. Sarah texted, it's packed. 80 neighbors. Brenda's spinning the rally as a win. I snorted, let's see her sell that. At the center, the room buzzed, air thick. Brenda stood at a podium. Morrison's defiance threatened safety. Marcus nodded weakly. Sharon avoided eyes. I raised a hand. Before we vote, let's talk ownership. Travis projected. Morrison Trust Holdings, a 1962 map, showed Meadowbrook, trust-owned lots, Lane Center. Gasps rippled. I said, my family owns this building. Morrison Lane, and 15 leases, including Brenda's. Brenda choked. Lies. I held up deeds. Notarized, checked the county. Yon Ruiz-Stuth. My donation. Where is it? Emily Chin added. $500 no receipts. Sarah shouted. You trespassed on his lane, lied about funds. Brenda tried. Morrison's a criminal. I countered. You stalked my family. Air tags, vandalism, proofs with the sheriff. The room erupted. Show the books. Eleanor Whipple, neighbor since '68, spoke. I clerked in '62. Morrison's trust is legit. Brenda's face fell. Marcus muttered. We're screwed. I dropped the bomb. The trusts owe $32,000 unpaid center rent, plus Secure Gate's $1.7 million overcharge. Brenda screamed. Extortion. I met her gaze. My land, my terms. Clean up the HOA or leases end. Sarah stood. I nominate myself president. Transparent books. Cheers hit. 75% backed her. Brenda stormed out. You'll pay. Marcus quit. I'm out, he whispered. Sharon resigned. Mistake, she mumbled. Hashtag Meadowbrook scam sword. Morrison's right. Rodriguez arrested Brenda hours later. Trespassing. False reporting. Marcus and Sharon got warnings. Come clean, or you're next, he said. Clara's article hit. HOA fraud. $20,000 missing. It traced Secure Gate's consulting fees. No receipts. Neighbors raged. Refund us. I texted Madison. Brenda's cuffed, articles viral. She replied. Her 911 tapes, gold, frauds exposed. Travis's feed hit 10,000 views. What got them both at? Brenda's next stunt, a lane cleanup. 12 volunteers on my road. I called the tow. 2 cars hauled for $100 each. Sarah texted. They're livid paying. I added signs. Toll coming. Morrison trust. Brenda's blog screamed. Morrison's greed. I shrugged my lame, I call. Her email to Sharon. Fundraiser. $50,000. I shook my head, desperate. Eleanor texted. She's losing. Marcus is spilling. I met Clara at the diner. Story's huge, she said. Donors want refunds. Sharon's leaking texts. Vandalism, tie it to Brenda. She nodded. This'll end her. Brenda's emails showed panic to her brother. Morrison's toll threat. We're sunk. I grinned. Toll was next. Sarah texted. Brenda's begging loyalists. Meetings chaos. I checked Cheryl's blog. Rancher's revenge. My cabin, a slum. He texted some. Blogs lies, Toll ready? He replied. Legal, drop it. I called Emily Chun. Lily's welcome at the ranch. Chickens miss her. She hesitated. Brenda said it's unsafe. I sent Clara's article. Check the facts. She replied. We're coming, sorry. Travis stopped by. Town's turning. Brenda's got 10 diehards. I nodded. Rally flop, Toll's next. He chuckled. Your grandpa'd say, Shadji, ain't triple. I prepped. Toll signs. Gate locked, sheriff briefed. Sarah texted. Brenda's planning legal action. I replied, let her try. I own the dirt. Clara's next piece loomed. Sam called. Article drops soon. Rally's fallout's perfect. I walked the lane, gate solid, cabin proud. Brenda thought she'd trapped me, but my toll was coming, and her scam was folding fast. Soon after the rally's collapse, I stood by my gate, dawn quiet, trail cams humming. Lily was inside, sketching, her courage returning after Chloe's bullying, orchestrated by Brenda, had shaken her. My signs gleamed on Morrison Lane. Private property, Morrison Trust, and toll effective. $50 per trip. Lone Star Tactical's towing notices stood ready. Un autoriza vehículos, $200. Travis Cooper texted. Brenda's petition's dead. 40 signatures, half retracted. Hashtag Meadowbrook scams at 20,000 views. I checked her emails to her brother. Morrison's winning. We're exposed. My fist tightened. Her $375,000 Secure Gate commission was slipping away. Madison was at the Ranch Emergency Center. Her text read, Brenda's 911 tapes, airtight, frauds on record. I replied, tolls live, HOA's move. She wrote, sheriff's got her file, she's cornered. I called Sam Granger, my lawyer. Rally busted, tolls up next. He replied, push the HOA meeting, expose the books. Sarah Jenkins texted, Ryan, meeting's packed. 90 neighbors. Brenda's spinning lies. I grinned. Let's end this. Clara Hayes' article was viral. HOA fraud. $20,000 vanished. It detailed Secure Gate's consulting fees, $5,000 to Marcus, $15,000 untraced. Neighbors raged online. My $1,000 stolen. Hashtag Meadowbrook scam trended. Brenda's done. Travis found Brenda's email to Cheryl Hawthorne. Blog Morrison's toll. Call it greed. Cheryl's Meadowbrook matters posted. Rancher's cash grab. My signs a tyranny. I laugh my rules. Brenda's harassment didn't quit. My roses were slashed. Cams caught Sharon Miller. Her SUV clear. I sent it to Sam. Sharon's vandalism. Tied to Brenda. He texted. Felony stalking's building. Sheriff's ready. Another notice hit. $450 for non-compliant access. My lane. I filed it. She's desperate. Madison texted. Found Jennifer Prescott's case. Brenda's pattern. She escalates to illegal. I replied. She's about to tolls the trigger. I prep for the HOA meeting. Clean shirt. Deed copies. Calm vibe. Trafisch mit me laptop loaded. Ready to drop the hammer? I nodded. Let's finish her. The community center, my trust land, was electric. 90 neighbors, voices hot. Brenda stood at a podium. Morrison's toll threatens our community. Marcus backed her, sweating. Sharon avoided eyes. I raised a hand. Let's talk facts. Travis projected. Morrison Trust Holdings, a 1962 map glowed my lane, center, 15 homes leased. Gasps erupted. He owns it. I spoke. The trust owns Morrison Lane, this building, and your leases. Brenda's gate was illegal. Her $20,000's gone. Yun Ruithroth. My $1,000, where's it? Emily Chin added. $500, show the books. Sarah shouted. You stalked his kid, stole our cash. Brenda tried. Morrison's a liar. I held up AirTag pics. You tracked my family, vandalized my ranch. Proofs with the sheriff. The room exploded. Resign. Eleanor Whipple stood. I clerked in 62. Morrison's trust is real. I dropped the final blow. The trusts owe $47,000 unpaid rent for this center, plus Secure Gate's $1.7 million scam. Brenda shrieked. Extortion. I met her gaze. My land, my terms, clean the HOA or leases end. Sarah stood. I nominate myself president. Open books. Cheers hit. 85% voted her in. Brenda bolted. You'll regret this. Marcus quit. I'm done, he muttered. Sharon resigned. I was wrong, she whispered. Hashtag Meadowbrook scam hit national news. What the that? Deputies arrested Brenda hours later. Fraud, stalking, false reporting. Marcus and Sharon got summons. Testify or face charges, Rodriguez said. Clara's follow-up piece screamed. Huatidang Gufet. Brenda's mugshot went viral. Power suit gone. Eyes hollow. Travis's stream hit 50,000 views. Karen's downfall. I texted Madison. Brenda's locked up. We did it. She replied. Her tapes sealed it. You're clear. Brenda's last stunt. A cleanup crew. 10 volunteers on my lane. I called the tow. 3 cars hauled. $600 each. Sarah texted. They're fuming paid up. I posted toll signs. Morrison Trust. $50 per trip. Brenda's blog raged. Morrison's theft. I shrugged my call. Her email to her brother. Toll's killing us. Fix it. I shook my head too late. Emily texted. Brenda's house is for sale. They're fleeing. I met Clara at the diner. Story's massive, she said. Donors want refunds. Marcus is spilling. Vandalism. Brenda's orders. Clara nodded. This buries her. Brenda's email showed desperation to Marcus. If Morrison tolls, we're finished. I grinned. Toll was live. Sarah texted. Brenda's loyalists are folding. HOA's broke. I checked Cheryl's blog. Ranchers war. My cabin a blight. He texted some. Blogs lies, tolls legal? He replied. Bulletproof. Push it. I called John Ruiz. Lily's safe at the ranch. Bring your kids. He hesitated. Brenda said it's dangerous. I sent Clara's article. Read the truth. He replied. We're coming sorry. Travis visited. Town's flipping. Brenda's got 5 holdouts. I nodded. Toll's next. He laughed. Your grandpa'd say? Make him pay double. I prepped. Toll signs up. Gate locked. Sheriff briefed. Sarah texted. Brenda's with her lawyer. Legal action. I replied. Let her. I own the lane. The toll hit hard. HOA paid $5,000 in a week. 100 trips. Sarah begged. We're tapped. I eased up. Free for residents. $50 for HOA events. Brenda's house sold. They fled to Austin. No HOA free lots left. Marcus offered a deal. I'll testify. Brenda's plan. I accepted. Full truth, no games. He nodded. I was scared. She's ruthless. I opened Morrison's Walk, a 1-acre trail by the cabin. Free for all. Lily led tours. Chickens rule, she'd yell, kids giggling. Clara's redemption. Blog praised my cabin. Heritage star. Hashtag Morrison Trust trended. Ryan's a hero. Sarah's HOA slashed fees. $25 for trails. No slush funds. Transparent, she vowed. 90% approved. My cabin shown, cedar polished, roses replanted, coop fixed. Egg sale soared. John brought clients. Best in Texas. Brenda's garden grew in Austin. She sent a note. Found my roots, sorry Ryan. I shrugged. Grow on, we're neighbors. Lily's mom apologized. Elite. Lily's welcome. Kids flocked. Chicken camp, they called it. Itaugt, ing, fidging, blanching, hispecchi. Eleanor suggested. Make it official, trust funded. Morrison Trust launched Ranch Roots, free for kids. The center got a facelift, $15,000 from tolls, new benches, trails. Signs read, Morrison Trust, for ranch. Neighbors barbecued. 100 strong, grills smoking. To Ryan, Sarah toasted. Rodriguez called. Case closed, your cams nailed her. I laughed. Sheriff next. He smirked. Stick to eggs, town's yours. Cheryl interviewed me. Why no revenge? I said, got my cabin, that's enough. She wrote, Rancher's triumph, my cabin a beacon. Brenda's letters came. Teaching 200 inmates to read, found purpose. Lily sent drawings. Everyone learns, she said, wise at 10. Christmas was joy. Neighbors sang, Travis is Santa. Brenda learned dirt heals, power breaks. My cabin stood free, true, forever.